Well, spring arrived almost 2 weeks ago, and we're starting to see some color showing up in the landscape. Daffodils, tulips, and bright yellow forsythias blossom, but you can add even more splashes of spring color around your porch or patio by planting your own bowls of springtime blooms. And today on You Can Grow It, Garden Master Jim Duthie shows us some easy to grow and colorful spring flowers that will quickly brighten up your home landscape. Take a look.
As the old song says, spring is busting out all over. Shrubs and trees are blossoming and leafing out, and blooms are coming up in the flower beds. But I'm anxious to see even more color. So today, I'm putting together some planters full of bright spring flowers. These spring bloomers don't mind the cool weather. In fact, they thrive in it, blooming now on into May and June before the weather turns really hot. And they're not only bright and colorful, they really smell great too. Garden centers have lots of colorful flowers available for planting now, and they also sell some beautiful pre-planted containers. But you'll save a lot of money and get the kinds of flowers you want by doing it yourself. You can put together a nice colorful container of flowers for under $10. A similar pre-planted container from the store could cost you from $20 to $40. Here's an assortment of early spring bloomers that will do great in containers. They're easy to find at any nursery or garden center, and buying in multi-packs will save you money and allow you to plant several containers. Let's start with primroses. The Latin name, prima rosa, means first rose. They come in lots of shapes, sizes, and colors, ranging from white to yellow to pink to purple. They're easy to grow and they tolerate the cold well, but once it starts to get hot, the blooms will slow down. Give them a little extra room to spread out. Pansies and their smaller cousins, the violas, also do well in containers. They're great by themselves, but they also go well mixed with other flowering plants. Traditionally, pansies and violas have bold, solid colors, but they often come with multicolored faces with a splotch of contrasting colors. And they'll keep blooming even when temperatures dip below freezing. A great companion plant is the Snapdragon. They get their name because the flowers look like the face of a dragon opening its mouth. Snapdragon's flower spikes will give little height to the rest of the container. They also come in a wide range of colors. I like these yellow ones. One of my favorite is Dianthus, also known as Sweet William. Dianthus is part of the carnation family, offering pretty pink, salmon, red, or white flowers. Like the Snapdragon, it comes in a dwarf variety that will do really well in containers. It doesn't mind cool weather, but it won't tolerate frost. Candy Tuft is a pretty little plant with a mass of tiny pink or white blossoms against an evergreen foliage. It makes a nice complement to other fancier, more colorful blooms. And for a little contrast without the flowers, Silvery Mound, also known as Artemisia, offers a nice touch with its silvery gray foliage. Putting a spring planter together is easy. In fact, I just left these primroses in their original containers and then set them in this rustic wooden box and filled in with some dried sphagnum moss. It's quick and easy, but make sure to keep the soil moist so the plants don't dry out. If you want to plant them in soil, be sure to choose a container with enough room for the flowers to fill out and spread a bit. Better to have a larger pot than one that's too small. Make sure the container has adequate drainage holes, or else add a few inches of gravel to the bottom. Fill the bottom 2/3 or so of the container with some moistened potting mix. After removing the plants from their containers, carefully separate the roots a bit to encourage more growth. Arrange the plants in the new container and gently tamp the soil around them. Avoid overplanting to prevent choking out the roots and drying out too quickly. Then fill in with additional soil. Water until it begins to drain from the holes. Containers tend to dry out faster than ground plantings. Finally, fertilize about once a month with a general purpose fertilizer, since the nutrients get used up or washed out during waterings. In no time at all and with a lot less expense, you can create your own unique container plantings to dress up your outdoor living space. And you can grow it. For Idaho's News Channel 7, I'm Jim Duthie.
So fun. Well, garden centers have lots of spring flowering plants to choose from right now, and you can stretch your gardening budget a little more if you buy multi-packs of plants and then split the cost and the extra plants with someone else. And here's a great way to be a part of You Can Grow It, sharing tips and pictures and asking your garden questions on the You Can Grow It Facebook group. Just text the word GROW to 208-321-5614, and we'll send you a link to more gardening tips and pictures. You can also join the other nearly 10,000 members of the KTVB You Can Grow It Facebook group, and you can check it out right now on Facebook.